Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Four Jobbers Podcast. I'm, of course, Ginger Heat. I'm the orange one, and we have a returning jobber this week back for 1 week only. No, there's a hiatus coming, but for 1 week only. The Waxy, the Venomous, the son of the dentist is back. And on the theme of crossovers and double crosses and all these things, what's your favorite turn that, other than the one that we just saw, maybe in history or in media?
Ooh, well, you know what? Let's stick with. I'll give you one of each. I'll give you a wrestling one. I'll give you a pop culture one.
Sure.
Pop culture, the one that comes to mind is the Red Wedding, Game of Thrones. I remember reading it. I remember throwing my book across the room. And then I remember watching it with people who only watch the show and getting that sense of satisfaction as they went through the same emotions I did. I did the emotional labor. They had to do it too. And then for wrestling, I go with, I always identify, like we talked about getting worked. Getting worked is what makes you fall in love with wrestling. So this moment is one of the moments that made me fall in love with wrestling. And it's when Batista did the thumbs up to the thumbs down and turned on Triple H and Ric Flair. They built it up for a long time. You knew it was coming and you still got the catharsis you needed. That has to be, for me, one of the most significant wrestling turns ever.
Amazing. Well, what about the body from Kirkcaldy, Jordan Deves, all the way from Edinburgh, Scotland? What do you think?
I wish I had more time to think about it. I don't know.
If Jason's ready, we can jump to Jason. Or Jason, if you're not ready, I can go. What do you think? Jason, They Hate Jason. You are now no longer They Hate Jason. You're all about love, healing, and the sac magie. How are you doing?
Actually, my name means the healer.
Jason? Oh,
Yes.
really?
Look it up.
Wow.
It's true.
In which
Is it
language?
a Greek name originally?
I don't know, but it's the healer.
He doesn't know the full etymology of the
Jason the Redeemer. I'm in healer.
As far as like my favorite heel turn, essentially, or swerve, or what would you say?
It's
A
any turn.
backstab of some sort. I thought you'd go to a historical one for sure. Judas.
Oh, I'm gonna go. I'll go Seth Rollins, I guess, on the Shield, just because I really
good choice.
enjoyed that iteration of Seth Rollins, the snarky, sniveling, running away heel, hiding behind his boss. Like that was classic work. Some of his best work, some of my favorite work of his, and it catapulted him into one of the greatest of all time. So, yeah, some would argue that's the biggest backstab of all time.
You could make the argument. I would entertain it. I don't know if I would agree, but the body. You've had a few minutes now to stew.
man.
No, you're a big fan of stew and soup.
Give me a
I love
stew.
I love soup. Scotland famous for its soup. Apparently,
You
Stew hot.
Shout out BFAB.
I'm trying to think of some, right, and I'm thinking of like some that went the other way. So when somebody was maybe a heel and became face.
I picked Batista.
Oh.
I picked Batista. That was a face turn.
Oh yeah, true.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
good
guess it was a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking.
I know sold that.
I actually went with the one that pops in my head. Is when Daniel Bryan was with the Wyatt family and turned against Bray.
Good shout.
That was
Huge
one that
pop,
stuck
yeah.
with me. Yeah, I remember that being massive. So yeah, I'll go
Good
with
choice.
that. That was a good one.
I mean, we can't not mention Hogan, right? Hulk Hogan turning, dropping the leg, and it's fresh in my mind because of what the Green Phantom just did, right? Green Phantom.
I was about to
dropped
bring it
the
up.
elbow.
How could
That
these all pale in
disgusting elbow.
comparison to the Green Phantom turning heel? Yeah, that's got to be number one.
So that's it was pretty dastardly, pretty disgusting, and we're gonna see how that goes on October 31st.
Bob Anger's going to turn him into the black and blue Phantom, I bet.
Nice.
We were actually talking about that. We're like, now that he's healed, can he stay
Let's
green?
keep it respectful.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He might have to go blue.
Blue.
Oh.
That was the original, right? If you listen to the one-on-one with the ginger one, that was
his original favorite color.
maybe that was the tease. Maybe that was the
Ooh,
The
that
little-
was the
He's
foreshadow.
going back to
Foreshadowing.
blue.
Hail Hydra moment.
Yeah. Oh,
I don't know. Did I use that properly? I don't watch anything Marvel out of principle.
Out of principle. You hate
What's
Marvel.
your principal? Who's your principal?
Who's your principal?
Prince?
Chalmers?
Well, I don't like it. That's my principle.
oh, that's
Diet Coke everywhere.
Where'd you grow up?
Well, I
You
don't
didn't
like
watch
it.
superheroes?
No,
You didn't watch
did you?
superheroes when you were a kid?
Out of all
No.
the Marvel movies.
Did
I don't
you?
like it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're asking the wrong guy.
Good.
Jason watched through, I think, like chronologically or something. He's re-going through them. Now,
No.
I actually logged into Disney Plus yesterday to look at Marvel and be like, because I don't watch a lot of it. I watch like the big ones. I'm like, let me put one on, Let me, even if I get through half of
That's
it, I'll finish
shite.
it tomorrow. There was so much stuff in there. I was like, oh my God. I was like, fuck it. I'll go to Star Wars. Oh my God. What the fuck is this?
the issue with Marvel is kind of similar to wrestling in many ways. I want to watch the product, right? But I want to watch the like one linear product.
Yes,
But
exactly.
I feel like with Marvel, I go to watch a film and you'll be watching Iron Man or whatever, and then out of the fucking shadows, boom, this guy appears. Ah, yes, it's me, Ant-Man, and I'm like, who's that?
No, it's
and then
Dr.
people,
Strange.
everyone
and
freaks
they're
out.
like, oh, of course, I remember that time we destroyed that planet together, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but this seems to be a massive story arc that is important to this
The
movie.
MCU,
but I haven't seen
the
that one.
universe.
I'm done with extended universes. Don't
Yeah,
need it.
no, I
Just
don't-
don't need
I
them
don't want it.
anymore.
Long-term storytelling. Don't you like that?
That's wide.
do
That's
like long-term
wide storytelling. It's not
Yeah,
long
yeah.
term.
It's a wide
It's not
net.
long term, it's just wide. It's
Yeah.
broad.
Billion-dollar
broad.
net.
The
Storytelling.
wide, long-term net.
Speaking of long, wide turns, let's get into, I don't know why that's the segue, but it is. We're going to talk about Crown Jewel. Yes, that's right. There was a pay-per-view or a premium live event on the weekend in Perth, Australia. I don't know why I'm French in
Yeah, I
Perth,
don't
but
know
here
either.
we go. We're talking about Crown.
in Perth.
I was eating a baguette and I decided I'm going to fly to see the
Kaiki,
kangaroo.
mate. Kaiki. It's
The crikeys and all of them, the barbecue.
The
What's
kangaroo.
kangaroo in French?
Kangaroo.
Oh,
Is it
that's
kangaroo?
really
Is it just
boring.
kangaroo?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, I thought it would be
kangaroo.
something else like
What do you want it to
petit
be?
bush, de cochon.
Okay.
Well, maybe not. Probably not.
Jordan,
don't
why
know-
don't you bring us through the card, or do you just want to go by Jason? You're the chronological king. What match started off the card?
This was in the morning, by the way. Keep in mind.
Did you watch it in the morning? We
Did
actually
you?
watched the
No,
first match together at around, it was 11, maybe?
Once
I
we all stumbled
rewatched
out
the
of
first
bed.
match though when I got home.
Yeah.
The first match, of course, was Roman
Which was
Reigns
it?
in an Australian street fight
Buffering.
with Bronson Reed, of course. And this was, what did you think of this match? I felt it was, I guess, an Australian street fight, which is kind of confusing to me. It threw me off. Is a very weak street fight, like barely a street fight, a little scuffle, a little scrap. Like it's nothing too serious, apparently.
Well, I mean, the Donnie Friends match
Now that's
was
a
little
tough one.
bit,
The Donnybrook
that was
match
much
is pretty
better.
tough.
right? Because
Yeah.
you got barrels and things, not footballs and rugby balls. Like that, you threw a rugby ball at him.
Australian street fight.
And then it bounced
And
off the rope and hit
He's
Roman
just
back in
throwing
the face.
balls at
Yeah.
each other. And he missed all the balls.
He
He's
should
never
have
thrown
sold
one in
the
his
shit out of
life.
it.
Yeah.
The rebounded ball, he should have like double backflipped out
Yeah.
into the crowd. It would have been so funny.
It was a match that happened. It was like,
It was more of a comedy match with he pulling
yeah,
out,
like
pulling out the.
he
it
pulls
was
out the
like, where's
cricket
Johnny
bat and he's like,
Knoxville, you know?
look at this. Like,
Yeah, it was
it
cheese.
yeah, it was a bit like that.
Cheap
Actually.
Not a
pop
fromage.
I think if they had actually had either more props or they went out into the arena and around the
That's what I
stands
figured.
and stuff, then maybe I'd be like, oh, this is fine. But it didn't have any reason to be a street fight. They should have just made it, oh, it's a no DQ match.
Yeah.
Fine. Like, that would have made more sense to me. But you make it something that's a gimmick street fight. I'm expecting, I don't know, Roman comes out and a little Joey pops out of a pouch that he's
Yeah.
got in his stomach, and I'm like, whoa, no way! And he's a koala falls from the roof.
Nothing
and
animal
punches
related
Bronson.
in there. No giant fake spider. At
Nothing.
least something in the comedy
It's
match.
a fake spider.
No. They
That
did
is
that
the
once.
real
They
spider.
don't need to do that again. They did that already.
It was just for a gimmick match. There was a complete lack of gimmick.
Yeah.
Having a cricket bat, which,
And lack
by
of
the way,
match.
I would argue is decided. arguably it's British more than it's Australian.
Mm.
And I hate Britain. But yeah, like, come on. You telling me there's nothing else they could have had there? A barrel of
It was
Tim
weak,
Tams?
half baked
or-
crap.
Vegemite.
Vegemite? Yeah.
Make 'em eat
smeared
it.
them with
Yeah.
Vegemite. Yeah.
And we all got this one wrong. So weak
I didn't.
Marmalade.
The
Vegemite,
winner was
whatever,
good.
garbage.
It was. I'm happy he won.
I'm happy he
Sure.
won too. I'm getting a little tired of just Roman showing up and losing. It makes me wonder what he's doing. I feel like it's just, we have an international event. Let's bring out Roman.
We need
Get
a big
Roman.
name. We
It
need
just
his
feels
name.
his story is very disjointed. It feels like it's more of a bloodline story than a Roman story.
Yeah.
Even he came out and was like, "Hey, aren't you Samoan? Shouldn't we?" But
Yeah, like
this makes no sense.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
they kept going. None of it made sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good, but Bronson wins. He looks good.
Yeah.
Roman looks
I'll
like
give him
shit,
that.
which is bad.
The only saving grace for Roman, I think, is the after the match kind of half promo in the ring.
That was cool.
Like Roman losing again and being injured again and saying, I don't want to see you till Christmas or whatever. That was kind of shit because I've spent this entire year watching Roman get beat and then coming back and going, yeah, but I'm the top dog. No, you're not, mate. You've been beat
Not even close.
four pay-per-views in a row or whatever. But the little promo where he talks to Jimmy and Jay and says, this ain't like old times. And he's recognizing that now. He realizes this isn't what it used to be. We're different. I need to prove I can do this on my own. So does that mean that this is now the turn for Roman where he is on his own and he's going to fight and win on his own? I'm okay with that if that's what happens. But I just don't know how it fits in every other storyline we have.
That's the thing.
On Raw.
Because if that's the way it goes, then for me, Roman is the person who should beat Seth.
Hmm?
But now Seth's hurt, allegedly. And is turning the title back to Roman really the right storyline decision? I guess we'll see.
It depends when and
Depends-
how.
yeah,
And like, are they
it
trying to
always-
move him face? And he's kind of like the bad guy, but he's actually a good guy now, and
Yeah.
everyone
He
knows
just-
he's a good guy.
It just feels like he's
It's a weird
doing his
spot.
own thing.
Enough of the
and
part time.
rest-
Okay,
yeah,
like, are you gonna stick
exactly.
around and give us
It's-
some
it's-
fucking story? Or you're gonna fuck off. Like, pick
Yeah.
one.
100%.
No
100%.
half-ass Roman. It's
Yeah.
no good.
Next.
Jason?
Next is getting a little hazy for me here. I'm trying to remember what happened next.
You couldn't even
Because
remember
watched,
the first one.
we watched the first match and then we stopped and then we did our thing and then we went home and then I don't remember. I honestly
What
don't
did you do at home?
remember.
Okay, well, the next match, Jason, to jog your memory, was
I don't like watching it not live. I hate it.
I agree. It sucks not live.
It
And I
is
bet you
just
skipped a lot of it. I bet you skipped a lot.
No,
I
no.
enjoyed
No,
the hell
no.
out of it live in the middle of the afternoon for
you.
me on a day off. It was great. I get it once a year, so shut the fuck up.
Still don't deserve it.
Stephanie Vicker defeats
Oh, yes, of
Tiffany
course.
Stratton to be the women's crown jewel champion.
Another
Wax.
surprise.
Yes.
Another
Wax.
surprise.
Yeah,
What do you think about that?
it's the right move.
Okay.
Stephanie, I mean, look,
Good job.
the match was
WWE.
good. I thought it delivered. The crown jewel matches are still meh to me, but that's okay. I'm not convinced of the prestige that comes with these titles. They're being told, we're being told that they're important. We're not being shown that they're important. But if we are going to treat it as this important title, I think it's great to put it around like an up and coming wrestler. She's super, super popular. And you could say it's for her skill in the ring. You could say it's for her looks. It doesn't really matter. The fact is that people want to see more of her. And I like the little promo she cut afterwards. It seems like she's genuinely like thrilled to be doing this, to be where she is.
Yeah, it's genuine.
It's hard not to support her. She is like the authentic baby face. Like, I cannot imagine her turning heel at this point. I mean, I'm sure she
Not
can.
yet.
I'm sure there's always an avenue.
Some people might see her as a heel, especially if they're like religious in any way, because there was a little bit of that in the match, right?
Yeah.
Tiffy's wearing tons of crosses out
Yeah.
everywhere. She's this devil person, and she talks more about.
I don't
devilish
know
things.
that WWE wants to go that
Devilish
route
things.
anymore.
That's why they didn't like go
Probably
deep
not,
into
but
it.
yes,
It's
there
just
was some
there. You know what I
subtext.
mean?
Yes,
And she
yes.
talks about like darker stuff, and Tiffy's more of the other one. So it's not like they're not going down a religious path or whatever, but that
you're right.
was definitely evident to me. It was pretty obvious.
Symbolism.
Anyway,
Symbolism.
I would have picked Stephanie if I was
Simba.
present for the predictions last week. So I'm happy that she won.
But you weren't.
And I would have picked all the winners, by the way. So I would have
Would you
been
have,
yeah.
Well, do you know the only thing that really irks me about this match, and looking back at it, it was the shortest match on the card by a country mile. In fact, the next nearest match to its length was the length of the match itself. It was a 10-minute match, and the next shortest match was 20 minutes. So,
like, how can the street fight be so much longer than this? Like, it's so dumb. Like,
right? And it was. I would argue that this match was pretty much, end to end. Like, it didn't stop. It just kept going. There wasn't pauses for breaks and
No,
hey,
it was
look at me
action-packed.
with this cricket bat. Like, it kept going.
action packed.
And that's great, but you're telling me that the most prestigious women's championship that they have, the crown jewel champion versus champion, 10 minutes. That's a real shame.
10 minutes beat clean Tiffy? Don't like it.
No, I
Don't like it.
I'm happy
it
for
was not
Stephanie,
good.
and I kind of like that there was a surprise. I like there was a surprise.
Yeah.
But I don't like that Tiffany now looks weak as piss.
Yeah, it was not done well at all to make Tiffany look good. It's supposed to be a showcase of both of them. Instead, we got the Stephanie Vaquer show, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Short match, clean win in pretty dominant I wouldn't say dominant, but we have a clear victor. There's a clear separation between the two. Maybe
I
it's just,
can remember moments of Stephanie Vaquer in the match. I can't remember many of Tiffany.
it seemed like more of a showcase for her. Maybe Tiffany doesn't need that. She's already Tiffy. She's already, it's already Tiffy time. I don't know. Does it really matter? Probably not, because guess what? It's crown jewel, and it's this made up
Wipe your
championship
memory
that-
till next year, and we keep moving.
Yeah, back to Saudi next year, and it'll be a really big shoe. But you're right. Didn't really do much for Tiffy, but does a lot for Stephanie.
Yeah.
Her landing on her finisher was rough on Tiffy. If you see how
my
she
God.
like kind of on her side. Oof.
Yeah.
That's a tough finisher to hit correctly.
There were some stiff
Yeah.
shots in that match, and it does seem like there might have been some animosity there, and I hope there is, because both of those people want to be the number one person,
Yeah.
right?
True.
And that's what's going to happen.
True.
So
Let's move on to the middle of the card. Match number 3. I'm going to say it now. We've already seen the greatest wrestling match of all time. That was apparently between Edge and Randy Orton back in the Thunderdome era of I think it was WrestleMania Backlash. It was called at the time. So
That was
we've
like an
already
hour
seen
match, right?
Yeah,
Backwash.
we've already seen the greatest match of all time. But let's pretend for a minute that match didn't exist. I would argue that this match could be the greatest match of all time. I genuinely don't think that it is the greatest match. But what I would say is, as an exhibition of talent, as an exhibition of the history of WWE, of nostalgia, of just in-ring capability and the ability to tell a story, this is up there with one of the greatest things I've ever witnessed with my own 2 eyes. It was beautiful.
Did you like it?
I did.
Good Lord.
if you
How am I supposed
remember,
to talk about it now.
Last week I sat here and I said, I'm not excited for this because it's going to be another classic John
I knew it'd
Cena
bite you in
shit.
the ass. I knew it.
And- yeah.
I knew it.
I hold my hands up and say, I'm really sorry, John. Maybe it was AJ that brought it out of you. So maybe my words helped you get to
Say
that
sorry
level.
to
I don't
all of
know.
us.
Yeah.
There is a great video of him talking about the 4 jobbers, right? That we just saw. So that's
100%.
perfect.
100%. But yeah, I was completely wrong. This match was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. I was on the edge of my seat. I was laughing. I was like, at moments with the whole Sister Abigail, I was crying. Like,
Yeah, it was emotional as fuck for sure.
it was
It hit me.
great.
Of
It
course.
was such a good match. I will give you guys time to talk about it as well.
Jay, you looked like you were ready to fire off on this one. What do you think?
No, I want to hear what one of you. I think I'll be on the low end of the spectrum of who likes this match. So
Okay.
Give me a
yeah,
moderate view.
I'll go. Yeah, it was cool. There were moments I was laughing, crying, all the things, all the, laughing, crying, pissing,
All those
shitting, everything.
All two of them.
All
Laughing
two.
and crying.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. Just the only two that men are allowed. It was
Well,
fun.
farting.
It was fun. Look, I liked it. I liked it for what it was trying to do very clearly. I also like that AJ came out in his old gear because when he was in TNA, he wore the short trunks, which I liked.
The super tight necklace.
Yeah. So I liked it. The goal of this match was to do a throwback. The best of WWE, the best of TNA coming together and doing like greatest hits almost. Do I think it's the best wrestling match or, I know, Jordan, you didn't mean it that way, but do I think it's one of the greatest things I've ever seen? No. I think it's one of the matches that most accomplished what it set out to do. Definitely. I was entertained. Definitely. Do I think it's a good wrestling match that I would want to see over and over again, or a type of match I would want to see over and over again? No, it only worked because it's these two guys at the end of their respective careers, making it very clear that it's going to be this showcase. This is not a match to advance a story. This is not a match to, advance our placement towards a title. It's just, we're going out there and we're fucking around basically. So it was fine. It was fine. I
don't know if I think that's you,
right.
up until the end there you were making sense. I don't think it was just kind of blasé. It was
fucking around.
Yeah, they're not just fucking around.
I didn't know.
This was a
there's a better way to put that.
They're
than-
dicks
exactly. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Like,
Wave
because
them
this
around.
was a spectacle, a showcase. This is what we've been waiting for from John Cena, right? This is what I wanted. This is what we've been. Obviously, you can't do this every time. You can't do it again. But for this moment, for what they did, this was a very, very special match. Expectations, like we said, like we talked about it, they were not high. We weren't going to this match being like, fucking John Cena versus AJ Styles, let's go. It's more like, damn, this is going to be nice to see them wrestle one more time. It means a lot. AJ Styles is also going to be retiring next year. John Cena's retiring. Everything up until now with the John Cena tour has been a bit of a mess. The heel turn, the lack of story and all of that. Even going to this one, we're like, there's no story here other than the ancient history that they've had. But then all of a sudden, the real story did rise to the top. And it was all of a sudden real to everyone that this is the last moment, right? This is the last time we're going to see these two, one of the last big pay-per-views for John Cena ever. And as you're watching, all of that starts to come into it, and they start doing the moves back and forth, and they start saying names of moves that we won't usually hear, and definitely not you're going to have a match where someone pulls out moves and then gets name drops people that are in other companies. Like, that doesn't happen, but it's happening here. And so in the vacuum, all of that, such a special match. And will I go back and watch this one again? I will in the future for sure. I don't know how I'll feel. I don't know how the emotions will hit on a second watch, but I think this is a very, very special and very, very important match for John Cena's retirement tour, because we were able, for at least a moment, forget about everything that came before, and I didn't even notice him calling the spots like I normally do. Maybe it happened here and there, so either they did a better job or he did a better job, or I was lost in it. So kudos and thank you to those two fucking absolute legends, because that was a banger.
I mean, I was definitely a little bit drunk watching it, I won't lie. But I have watched it twice now. I've watched it twice because I wanted to be sure that my original feeling was accurate. And it was. Like, I went back, enjoyed it again a second time, and still felt raw emotion. I was like, this is actually what I wanted to see from John this entire time. And I think you're right. If I'd had this throughout the run with different people, I'd be like, yep, I've seen you do that move. Yep, that's great. I'd be bored of it. But it's almost like everything, it felt like everything's been shit up to this point deliberately
like,
so that I could get this one
maybe.
match that was amazing. I don't know. It really, really worked for me. It really hit for me. Jason, you seem less than
there's no one left to go. You have to go now.
optimistic.
You guys really went. I'm really happy with all your answers. They were very well explained, and you covered pretty much all my emotions with this match. But I'll just tell my perspective. I just watched the Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know if I saw it with you, Brad, in the theaters or whatever.
I did not see it in theaters. I saw it. I've seen it though. First time I saw it on a plane.
Is that Mysterio one?
No, it's the one with the 3 Spider-Mans. That is, so
yes,
yeah.
And
The old Spider-Mans come back.
Yeah.
And the old villains come back, and now we have this crazy spectacle, and it felt super
Gandalf
special
shows
in the
up.
theater. I'm like, this was great, this was amazing. And then the second time I watched it, I'm like, all right, the movie itself wasn't that great, but you can't replace the feeling you had watching it for the first time and all the fan service and special stuff that they put in. And that's how I feel like this match was like a showcase for that. A lot of callbacks to other wrestlers, to people in their careers, memories of wrestlers we lost, and it just, and if it made people feel the way Jordan felt, and it obviously did exactly what it's supposed to do, and I didn't feel it as strong, but I still really enjoyed it. I guess because I was looking forward to like a showcase from a competitive standpoint, like going back and forth, like who's going to win, like a memorable match in that sense.
Your
where this was
expectations again ruined a match for you.
I wouldn't
Keeps
say
happening.
ruined. I still enjoyed it, and I want to watch it again.
Well, that's what I
probably
mean.
enjoy
It
more.
did ruin it to an extent. Because if you're going in expecting just that, then, I don't know, maybe you weren't able to let go. Maybe also because it wasn't live, you weren't able to lock in.
I
don't
think,
know.
yeah, it not being live was huge for
Yeah.
something like this. If I saw it live, I probably would have appreciated it a bit more. I'm going to watch it again, but overall, like, it did what it's supposed to do. And it was a very nice, touching, important moment for many fans on a tour, like you said, that has been a little bit disappointing. I think people are overly harsh on it. I think there's more good that they're not acknowledging. But overall, yeah, it was nice. So I appreciate
fair.
this match.
Good.
And
Yeah.
John
It's a
Cena
fair,
and AJ
a
Styles.
fair analysis, I would say. A fair analysis.
And the jobbers are 3 for 3 on that one. So is Roman. We were all wrong, but John Cena, we were all right.
Brilliant. Well, there we go.
John Cena is a
Um,
Four Jobbers listener. Confirmed.
Yeah, confirmed. He throws up the
So-
4 right at the
so,
end. as
cheers,
he's going
John.
up the ramp.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. We love you.
Yeah, top man.
See you soon.
We'll get you on the pod
Yeah.
very soon.
Friend of the
once
show.
your schedule frees up a little bit more.
Once mine frees up as well.
Oh yeah, of course.
We'll see.
I have nothing on, so don't worry. Okay, let's talk about the next match. We had a tag
Cancel my
team
own bris
match
for that.
for absolutely no reason other than Rhea Ripley needed to be on this card.
Family
so they'll
business.
shoehorn her into something. So we had Rahio, I think is how you're supposed to say that. I don't know. Rahio, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley defeating Asuka and Kairi Sane, the Kabuki Warriors.
It was a great entrance for
Fine.
Rhea. Love the
Yeah.
entrance. Big pop. Then you can fast forward.
Yep.
That's all you need to know.
It was a match that happened.
Sorry, but that's true. Like it's a nothing. It's
Yeah.
literally a nothing burger. See ya.
Burger.
Yeah. I think the finish, if I remember, was fine. Like it was good, but
It was fine. All three of us
Again-
picked Rio as well. Yeah, no, there's a little bit of story. There's a little bit of stuff. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not my. It wasn't for me.
Nope.
A lot of people out there really seem to love it. So,
a lot of Australians.
well, I mean, live. Come on.
Yeah, fair. Any other comments on this match, or can we move on? To the main event?
Yeah, this was this the match with the most story going in? Like, is building
Seth and Cody.
every week they were harping on this family business stuff.
Seth and Cody
Yeah.
probably had the most.
I mean,
Okay, well,
week
that's like-
to
that's more
week to
history,
week.
but yeah.
week to week.
Week to week,
story,
I'd say
probably
this one probably did. Yeah.
yeah, it probably had the
And
most
it-
week to week build.
And it just didn't hit. It missed
Yeah,
the mark.
that's
It
a shame.
did everything. It tried to do everything it could to set it up, and
Mhm.
I don't really remember much from this match. Like,
Well, it didn't set
I
up
don't
any.
know.
It didn't progress the story. It was just. This was the same as if it was a promo of them having a little spat in the back.
Yeah.
And they beat each other up, and those two walk
What
away.
is the
Like,
story here? What the story is? Asuka and Io, right? That's the story.
that's supposed to be it. This is supposed to be the
Right.
breakup. Io is now disconnected from Asuka. She's fighting against her old two best friends.
But that's the problem with this match for me, in its totality, is that Rhea Ripley is not part of this story.
Yeah.
She's in this story because it's in Perth, Australia. But realistically,
it's supposed to be she's there to help Io because they had all
It's-
those things backstage.
yeah,
and
but it
she's
doesn't-
like,
they have
I
a
can't be friends with Rhea
connection.
that's
specifically.
because they needed to have a tag match.
It's-
But realistically,
it's a
if it had
weak-ass
been
story.
Io and Asuka, just a one-on-one,
Hmm.
that would probably have been a better match. And then you've got the
Yeah.
added, is Kairi going to side with Io or is she going to side with Asuka? Now, I imagine that is coming down the line somewhere. But this little detour into Australia it didn't really make sense. It just didn't hit. And it had story. But that doesn't mean the story was good.
It felt like a Christmas special, like where it's like it's not part of the actual canon
100%.
story.
Yeah.
So the storyline's going to
That's a great
continue
way to put it.
uninterrupted, but you got this, and it's like, well, no, this is extra. Deleted
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, 100%.
Delete it more.
Well, let's dive into
Delete,
the
delete,
last
delete.
match, the longest match of the night by a couple of minutes or so.
A
Seth
country mile.
Rollins
Oh,
defeats
goodbye.
Cody.
Not a
Waxman got
fan.
deleted.
Waxman's been deleted.
He did the sign and he deleted himself.
Delete.
Brilliant. Seth Rollins defeats Cody Rhodes to become the Crown Jewel champion. Jason, let's jump to you on this one. What did you think about the match and the winner?
Well, obviously, I'm happy with the winner. I really think that Seth winning was the right choice. This is before we knew what happened afterwards and everything. If he's injured, hopefully he comes back quickly. It was, he still cheated. He did still cheat, but
Yep.
he did it himself. He cheated himself. He did the work of cheating himself. Didn't need his buddies. To me, that's a win, and that's a move in the right direction of being a strong heel. Do it yourself.
Frank.
Cheat yourself.
It doesn't prove that he's better than Cody, which is important, right? He's not better than Cody. He still can't beat Cody, even though he can say that he did and say that I did. And no. He cheated. He cheated, so he did not beat Cody clean. He's not better than Cody, but he beat Cody.
But
by
he could
cheating.
say that he beat him, whereas before
Yes.
he couldn't say that, even though if he did cheat or not, he still couldn't say it.
Now
think
that
that-
looks so much worse now that he's injured. It's just like, well, okay, you
Now he
cheated, beat
threw
him,
a big
and you're hurt,
wrench
so you
in
suck.
the whole thing. Yeah.
The character, not the guy.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I think we were. It's funny when we watched the match. It was me, my mate Cam, and our two valets. And we were
Yeah, you
sitting
can do it,
watching.
but it's
I actually think it's kind of appalling that I call her valet now that we're married. But anyway, we're going to
know.
go with it.
That's what Waxman said too, but
probably more
it's
accurate.
valet.
Quite
Yeah,
appalling.
okay. My
Manager.
valet. So anyway, we're sitting watching, and there's
Your
that
manager.
moment where Seth gets up on the turnbuckle and he looks like he's going to do the coast to coast thing. We actually were watching. Oh no way! Me and Cam both went coast to coast, and the girls are like, "What's that?" And we were in mid explanation of what coast to coast is. Well, let me take you back all the way to WrestleMania X7 when Shane McMahon was fighting against his own father, and then in the middle of that he did a diving Chris Benoit style headbutt to the other side of the ring, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I wasn't expecting that."
Redacted headbutt.
It was
Yeah.
A lot of, yeah.
No, he's fine.
The redacted
I'm sure he
headbutt.
wishes he redacted that headbutt too.
Actually,
'cause
not
then-
the
is
worst
that move that
place
fucked
to
him up?
land on a move.
Yes,
like that,
it
but-
is. He landed on his shoulder, I think.
Landed on his
Sorry, he protected his
head.
napper.
Yeah, well, either that or your napper.
Honestly,
Absolutely
that's a tough
unlucky,
move to
absolutely
do, to shoot over all that momentum, try to land properly, and only hit him a little bit, not wreck him and not miss him completely. That's a tough ass move.
very
thank
tough.
you.
Not worth
No,
the
thank you.
spot. Not worth the
No.
spot. It has been.
It was a
proven.
great spot. It looked good.
Not worth
but
it.
No,
Am
well,
I
not
going
now.
to remember
no.
it?
Maybe.
Probably not.
I will now because
It's
of
the first time I ever seen it,
end result.
right? I think
Unfortunately.
so.
Yeah,
I've never seen that
that
before.
way around. Yeah,
Yeah, the headbutt.
but yeah, I mean, if that's the move that injured Seth, was it worth it?
Delete it.
No
I
move
don't know.
is, but like you don't know until you try. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it is just
Give it a
unfortunate.
try.
It's a fluke. It is what it is.
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
a
isn't a fluke? Watching the four jobbers on YouTube so you can see on the screen my dominance yet again.
The
Another
old
premium
crown
live event.
jewel
Crown- It's got to be like
Crowdy,
Crowny
Crowdy
Jewel. It's got to be like the 100 when I try. I win them all. It is what it is.
Why is it?
Some
Why is it
grace.
always
Brad
Roman?
Meltzer.
I don't know. Roman.
Oh,
Man,
well, that to be said, I think we should move on from Crown Jewel. We'll forget about it all because the most
Forget about it.
important thing that happened on Raw afterwards. I want to talk about this very briefly before we end the show. while Seth became the Crown Jewel champion, less than 24 hours later, his ass was grass, as they say. He was laid to waste,
Laid to
rest,
spade.
whatever. He was down. He was crushed. He was tsunami'd.
Crushed
He was
to mush.
speared. He was
Speared and
his
weird.
oracle gave up on him. The vision is over, or at least it doesn't have Seth in it anymore. How
Close
do
your
we
eyes.
feel about the turn of Braun Breaker
Yeah.
on Seth Rollins?
Gobsmacked.
Unexpected, which is good when you get a turn. I was
Like,
worked.
maybe expecting at
Work
some
me
point
more.
down the
I like
line,
to
but
be
not
worked.
expecting
Well,
it yesterday.
We all knew
it's
that was
in-
going to
it-
be
it-
what happened. Right?
Obviously, it's because of the injury.
As
It
these
was
things go, you
way
have young
before I
talent
knew
who-
it was
I
going to
mean,
happen, though.
if
Way
it turns out he's
before.
faking,
Way
then
before.
why did we do all this? Because they were perfectly, yeah.
Must be
Gotta be.
another fake Seth Rollins
It would
injury.
only-
Yeah.
Waxman, sick take, bye. Good thing it's his last week in this haunted palace that he had, but it does. What does it do for Bronson going forward? I guess is the thing, right? So Bronson Reed is now 1B. He's not 1A. It does seem like he's following Brawn Breaker, right?
Yeah.
I think we can agree on that.
Yeah. Braun Breaker's the champ.
Do you see him winning
yeah.
a title soon?
I think
How quickly do they legitimize him and the Vision, and that he is the master of the Vision now?
my concern with
do it
what they decide
week.
to do is that they
Next week,
they,
on
they
Raw.
make them tag champs. That's my worry.
Oh, make them tag
No.
champs.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't want it
no.
to happen. I don't want it to happen.
No.
But that's my worry: is that you've got Paul Heyman and two legitimate, monsters, and my concern is that what they will do is put the tag titles on them to try and build legitimacy, when really we should just somehow make Braun champ and make Bronson US champ or IC champ, whatever title.
Make them
IC.
both world champions.
If you if you could put both mid and main title on the two of these guys right now, why not? Just do it. Make them seem like unbelievable, unbeatable monsters. But I'm worried that they'll make them. I'm worried that they're not going to push them to the top just yet.
Well, finally, we got rid of
Yeah, sorry,
Seth. Now
Wax.
we can be tag champs.
And that's it. Like that, I don't want it to happen, but
Better
I'm
not
telling
happen,
you,
fuck. He's got to go for the title, or he's got to go for the main title. I don't care which one. Go for it. Fight for it. Win it. Otherwise, what's the point of all this? I mean, he's got to win. Even if it's not the main
Yeah.
title, fine, but he should be winning one of the world championships, no?
I mean,
Again, yeah.
Please? Wax, this came about because after you got deleted by Videotron, again, we said, where are we going with this? What do you do with Braun Breaker now going forward? In your opinion, what would you do? What would you do with Big Braun? Because I was saying, he's clearly number one, right? It seems like Bronson Reed is listening to him. So Bronson Reed is 1B,
I would
if
think,
not.
I would think you have to
two.
elevate Braun up into the main picture. No.
Jordan wants them to win the tag titles.
What? You
No.
what? No.
I made that
That's what I'm
point
cutting it,
very
no one get it.
clear.
Who's the
It's
US
Dom.
champ?
No, that's on SmackDown anyway. It's IC. It's Dominic.
Oh, okay.
Wax and Con again.
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Who's IC champ? Oh, it's Dom. Okay, they can't beat up. They could beat
Can't
up
take it
Dom.
off
Take
Dom.
it from Dom.
Can't take it off Dom. I guess you could.
Braun take off
Dom
Dom.
doesn't need it. Dom has his AA championship and all that, right? Does he need both titles?
He's not doing anything with it. That's the problem. But
Right?
yeah, not really.
He's defending it here and there, but like
Yeah.
really it comes down to Finn Balor and JD McDonough are the tag champs. Obviously, they could
When
beat
was the last
them.
time you saw them?
No, the United States champion is Seth. Oh, no, Seth's going to have to vacate his title,
Well,
Why?
right? Because he's injured.
so I'm just looking at it right
Depends.
now.
Depends.
The next
Are you wearing any?
the next The number one contender, is CM Punk, and
CM
it
Punk.
looks like they are going to be. He's going to have his match whenever whoever it's against on November 1st at a Saturday night's main event.
Ugh.
Number one contender for what was going to be Seth's title.
Yeah.
Like we saw with Stephanie Vaquer, things get reset. You got to go into a match or a tournament and fight for your chance. Number one
Yeah.
contender basically gets deleted.
So we don't know when he is going to. Well, I mean, it was on the same night, so
The fact that they did all this turn and everything has to be an extended leave, no?
you'd
He's going in for
imagine so.
surgery, no? He's getting all kinds of stuff done, they said.
I
don't
mean,
know.
you obviously have more information than any of us have. I don't know what your fucking sources are, you weirdo.
I just call him. Hey,
You
Seth,
just
it's
call him.
Bradley. How
Hey,
are you?
Seth? How's it going?
Look, end of the day, this is what's happening. We don't want them to be tag champs, but we're worried that they're not going to use them well. Braun and Bronson need to be pushed to the absolute top. How that looks, I don't know. Maybe you'll give me some tournament. Maybe you'll give me vacation of the title and then CM Punk versus Brawn Breaker. I don't know. I don't know. But what we all can agree on is that they need to do something with Brawn Breaker now.
Yeah.
Because if they don't do it now, he loses all legitimacy.
You get the LA Knight treatment.
100%. That's it. Just make
It's
it
gonna take
happen
a long time to
now.
climb back up. So do it now. Now.
But yeah, there we are. That's it. That's everything. That's it all. That's it done. That's everything sorted. Forget
That's
it.
Crown Jewel. That's Monday Night Raw. And that is the Four Jobbers podcast. At the Four Jobbers everywhere. Please like and subscribe to all those things because we need it. We're a small podcast, so commenting on it, downloading episodes, it means a lot to us. So please do so at the Four Jobbers everywhere. And stay tuned to our social media because after this episode, we're recording content together and it will be dropping on our Instagram, on our YouTube, on our TikTok at the Four Jobbers. We'll see you next freaking week. Bye.
Goodbye.